Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking you on a grocery trip with us, and when we get back we're going to show you all of the stuff that we get at the grocery store.
Dani's driving this round. We actually like to take turns driving. I'm typically the man with the plan as far as a grocery list goes, and you can see him over here. I use an app called Our Groceries, and I take stock of what we're running out of all week long, and then of course the both of us think about what we want to make and whatnot, and we throw those items on the grocery list. So now we're gonna head to our favorite local grocery store, Market Basket, and pick up a whole bunch of stuff, and then we'll show you what that looks like when we come back.
All this non-dairy milk, and there's the soy milk. So sad, it's going extinct. I know this grocery store looks like you just stepped into 1955, but it is the best grocery store. Everything is so cheap, and they're only in New England.
You haven't tried these ones, but I actually really like them. It's like a little hot dog pita bun.
If I'm gonna eat a hot dog, I'm gonna eat it in a hot dog bun.
Nah, I like these too. They're kind of cool.
So if you love brahmi beans, these are the exact same thing, and it's $2.50 for the jar. That's like, how many ounces? 8. There's like 8 little packages.
Now, we usually make our own rice, but when we don't, we get backup just in case. So even your convenient backups are whole food-like.
Okay, so this is our non-meat section.
They still don't have
So
those
these
Impossible
chicken
hot dogs.
strips right here, these are the ones that I'm obsessed with. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. But we got a bunch at home, so we're not gonna buy them today. I got Beyond, Impossible, Gardein, but I mostly just stick to those chicken strips. Now we're getting into the good stuff, the produce section, our favorite section.
Check
And
the
they
stuff
will
out
also
over
get
here.
this here.
The summer ain't over yet, so we gotta do more hot dogs, more burgers. That's it. Dogs and burgers, that kind of summer.
Got our tofu down here.
Now, this is our favorite part. We start to look for, she's feeling it out. What are you gonna go for, Dani? Anything look good so far?
Nothing's quite ripe yet, but
You love your peaches and nectarines.
I do. I'm gonna get a million.
You haven't picked out one yet. There you go. Gotta get us some berries. Strawberries, blueberries.
They have the closest thing we will
What do you
get.
call them?
Well, these are called jammers, but that's the closest thing we'll see to Concord grapes, which are my favorite, and they come around for like 2 weeks of the whole year.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are probably expensive, I don't care. Oh,
Are you gonna smell their butts?
Yeah.
How's the pineapple butt smell?
So if you smell the bottom of the pineapple and it smells like pineapple, it's ripe. If it smells like nothing, it's not ripe.
What's your plans for the zucchini?
Just put them in the air fryer, like dice them up with some seasoning and put them in the air fryer.
You could do zucchini like that year round, can't you?
Yeah, but it's best in the summer. These are actually really tiny, but it's only $1 a pound, so.
Gotta do it.
Yep.
Are you gonna smash those up and make some tostones?
Maybe, but look, there's a plantain shortage. Who
That's
knew?
not good. What happened?
I couldn't tell you.
Looks like you still got some though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Just a few.
What else you got? Oh.
Pistachios.
Is that your pistachio stash? Okay. All right.
So we do a lot of frozen veggies, particularly frozen broccoli. Pro tip, if you can't see the vegetable in the bag, it's probably not very good. So we get those. And then every week we look at these, we don't get them. And I don't wait in the line. Giacomo waits in the line, and I go outside. Okay, so what's the damage?
200 beans.
200 bucks. 200 bucks. Can't beat that.
Hello, listeners and watchers. We are so grateful that you tune in as you give us a reason to keep this conversation about living, eating, and training as a vegan in a non-vegan world going. Just a heads up to let you know that we are taking a scheduled content creation break from Sunday, August 18th through Sunday, August 31st. This is something we plan on doing twice a year to give us a chance to recharge our batteries and keep the creative juices flowing so that you can continue to get the highest quality and most interesting content possible from us. Please hit the contact button on our site or email us at veganproteins@gmail.com during this time with any feedback or ideas that you have. We love hearing from you, and we'll be back with a special interview on Muscles by Brussels Radio on Tuesday, September 3rd, and our next exciting recipe on our Vegan Proteins YouTube channel on Wednesday, September 4th. Stay tuned.
We just took you to the store with us. Let's talk about it. So every single thing here, including some mouthwash, soap, ibuprofen, trash bags, which isn't here, came to $202.63. So
it's a pretty typical grocery haul for us.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that we didn't buy because we had it here, and I'll show you some of those staples when we get to it.
Polar is our local seltzer brand, and they just came out with this new flavor, toasted coconut. Dani gets obsessed pretty easily, so basically we'll be having nothing but this till she doesn't get tired of it.
Until one day I wake up and never want to have it again.
Although I like the strawberry watermelon they just came out with, and I like some of their other flavors.
So we have a soda stream, but it just kind of stopped working very well for us. It started exploding, and we just haven't replaced it, so that's why we use that.
Wait a minute, you mean I don't know how to use it properly and you got tired of watching me use the soda stream and have to explode everywhere?
I was being kind, but... So we do have the vegetable garden going in the backyard, and that's been giving us lots of tomatoes and cucumbers. Should be giving us zucchini, but they got eaten by squash bugs. So we have pineapple, 7 nectarines. That's probably going to be exclusively me. I pretty much eat one every day.
I've been getting into stashio a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed.
That's why I run out of fruit every week. Green plantains to make some kind of air-fried tostones. Strawberries for my breakfast. Those Concord grape things, which I'm very, very much looking forward to those.
I love your grapes.
Concord grapes.
Specifically.
Yeah. Regular grapes in the grocery store are like meh, but we used to have Concord grapes everywhere here growing up, and now you just never see them anymore. They're so good. If you ever see them in your store, try them.
Something we do with our fruit is the big fruits like the melons, the pineapple, or whatever. At the end of the week, when we've gone through the rest of the fruit that will go bad
faster.
Exactly. We'll wind up cutting up one of the big fruits and throwing them in the fridge that we basically never run out of fruit.
And it's Giacomo. He always cuts it up. And I got some zucchini, and we got frozen broccoli also, which is a huge staple here. We always have probably like 5 bags of this stuff at any point in time.
2 reasons. One, when I'm personally ready to riot and rebel and be the vegan who doesn't eat vegetables, I go to my broccoli and I make sure I have vegetables because I just don't get tired of it. 2, it's just nice to have frozen vegetables on hand all the time.
But we also, if you're like, where are your greens? We always, this is from just like this is probably several bunches of kale. We buy it fresh, we chop it up, we freeze it, and then we go through it. So we have a ton of other vegetables in the freezer as well. So that, I think, covers it for like fresh and frozen produce. Giacomo likes the almond milk, and I like the soy milk. That's it. That's why we have both of them.
Difference of opinion on those two. This is pretty interesting, and this is something we say a lot with our clients, is like, when you don't have fresh whole foods and you don't have time to prepare stuff, you can still have whole foods that are convenient and pre-cooked beans and pre-cooked rice and stuff like that.
Yeah, we would love it if everybody could just make all their meals from scratch all the time, but like most people don't have time for that. We don't have time for that, but that doesn't mean you have to be going through the drive-through every night. There are alternatives that are very, very fast.
And you could travel with this stuff.
Yeah, like frozen veggies,
right,
like this.
Yes.
Sometimes we get bagged lentils and beans and stuff like that.
The oats, packets of oatmeal, for example, stuff like that.
Stevia. I love stevia. I know people don't like stevia. I love stevia.
Huge.
And everyone's like, oh, I don't do artificial sweeteners. But like stevia is a plant. It's an herb. It's like mint or lavender stevia. Now this one it's cut with other stuff, but you can just get plain stevia leaf extract, and that's all it is. So pistachios. We have little snack packs of pistachios, but
yeah, what was the whole reason for getting a whole bunch of them? Curious.
Well, I enjoy the process of opening them. Like, I really like opening them.
The other ones are shelled. Good point.
Yeah. Some hot dogs. We summer it up pretty hard here. And the Light Life dogs are what they have at Market Basket. And they're each 60 calories and 8 grams of protein with 2 grams of each carbs and fat. These are not the best hot dogs, vegan hot dogs on the market. The Up Dog.
Yes, they're hard to
Upton
find.
Naturals Up Dog is the best
Yes.
vegan hot dog, but we can't find it. So we have that. Tofurkey deli slices. That's kind of like a break glass in case of fire food. In case it's just crazy, crazy busy and we don't have time to eat, you don't want to miss a meal, just make a quick sandwich.
Yep.
This and these are all going to be part of my lunch this week. So I'm going to do a vegan chicken quesadilla for lunch this week with salsa and black beans, which I also got. But these are the, let's fix these. These are the Joseph's Oat Bran and Flax. Flax
Their
Oat
plants
Bran
are
and
local
whole wheat.
too. They make them literally right here, like 10 minutes away from us.
Yeah, but
You
they're,
find them pretty much everywhere.
you can find them almost everywhere in the country now. So they make wraps, they make pita, they make lavish bread, they make little pitas, and they're great macros. Each tortilla has 12 grams of carbs, 7 grams of protein.
The fiber in them is filling too.
Yeah, they're
Tastes
just,
good.
they're awesome. I love them. So that's why I got those 3 things.
Big fan.
These are just regular, seeded hamburger
Well, if
buns.
Daisy doesn't want to coming over, we're gonna do a barbecue together most of the time, especially during the summer.
Yeah.
And it's just good. You never know when you're gonna throw a party or you're just in the mood to barbecue.
We always
do.
run out of buns before we run out of burgers, which is funny.
Yeah.
So this is one of the stuff that we always have on hand. I showed you these at the store.
We have like at least a dozen of those on hand at any point in time, if not more.
I have eaten these in some capacity almost every day since 2018.
Once she hooks onto something and she likes it, she could legit eat the same thing for like 20 years. I kid you not.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it, but she does it. She's got like her creature comforts that she could just eat.
Yeah,
I'm like that too. I'm just teasing.
he's not.
A little.
We also have Boca Burgers, which we have to go to another store to buy them, but these are just the original vegan Boca Burgers.
Why have they been so hard to find?
They're impossible to find
Costco
now.
finds them, has them supposedly, right? I believe. I hear. I don't know.
No pun intended, impossible to find. All you can find for burgers is Impossible and Beyond, and I'm not a fan, really, of either of them.
Well, I like them as a treat, but to have them as a staple, they're just too heavy.
Yeah, like I would never buy them to have in my house.
Exactly.
But these are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
These existed 22 years ago when I went vegan. They taste the
So
same
good.
to me. And each burger is 14 grams of protein and only 80 calories.
Yeah, I will say you didn't take them out of the freezer, but we have Beyond Stack burgers now, which are basically smaller Beyond burgers. And I think the ingredient list is a little different, but they're mainly just like, here's a small Beyond burger. And I'm like, thanks, because I still want a burger-shaped patty.
They came out with it like, we have a new healthy Beyond Burger, and I was like, sweet, the macros on this are gonna be so much better. And then I looked at it and I was like, it does have lower fat, it's lower in calories, and then I was like, wait a minute,
It's half the burger.
it's also lower in protein. And then I just
Lower in burger.
looked at it and I was like, it's just the same thing, just smaller. What the hell?
But I appreciate them doing that so I could have a burger, and I'm like, will and have Beyond more often. What else we got? Is that it?
The other staple that we didn't buy, because we have plenty of it, is tofu. We already have some here. So raisins. This is actually not a staple food, but like Giacomo mentioned, I run out of fruit almost every single week.
The convenient, whole food, good, next best option that's easy right in front of you that doesn't spoil. Bam.
So I always put berries in my breakfast every morning, and when I run out, it's just like a sad bowl. So this will just, I can sprinkle these in if and when I run out.
Yeah.
I'm on a Quaker caramel rice cake kick right now.
I went off of these when I stopped my cut. I used it as a reason to just like have them for my next cut. So I'll probably be having those again with you. But when I stopped cutting, I took those out just because.
I've been having these as a, well, it was a night snack, but now I'm ninja creaming it up at night. So now it's an afternoon snack of these with a little bit of peanut butter on them. Very good. Mustard, cooking spray, olive oil cooking spray.
Yes.
Not a ton to say about those.
No.
And then we move on to like our canned stuff. So we have a lot of chickpeas.
We'll go through them all the time. We wind up opening them up and initially using them to make some aquafaba for like different recipes and whatnot. So we like having chickpeas on hand for that reason.
And he gets the Market Basket brand. Questionable, but There we go. This is for my lunch to go with that quesadilla. Goya. For beans, Goya is the way to go. I feel. And then we have a ton of these Old El Paso fat-free refried beans.
They do not disappoint.
They're so good.
You got me onto that kick with the refried beans. They're really, really good.
I could crack this open and just eat it out of the can with a spoon.
Yeah.
So when you think refried beans, it's like beans that are fried twice. That doesn't sound very healthy. But to me, it's really just like mashed up beans with spices in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Old El Paso makes one that says vegetarian, because regular refried beans usually have lard in them. So they have a vegetarian one, which is obviously vegan, but their fat-free ones are also vegan and they don't have oil in them. So I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I would get the big cans of pineapple, but they didn't have any. So
Totally got into this Ninja Creamy kick hard. She got into it hard. We're going Ninja Creamy like every night.
It's so good. I get to eat a whole pint of vegan ice cream.
So you got
for under 200 calories.
Frozen fruit that you use, and then you also have the canned fruit that you use.
Yeah, frozen fruit. So here's the downside to the Ninja Creamy, okay? Really have to plan ahead, which is not my strong suit. So, like, I don't know if I'm gonna want ice cream tonight at 10 in the morning. I probably will, but I won't think of it till like 5. And then you have to put the stuff in the container and freeze it, and then you can make it. So that's why I keep the frozen fruit.
Gotcha.
They say you're not supposed to do that, but it's worked for me. But I make like a pineapple ice cream. It's so simple. It's just pineapple, silk soy milk, a little stevia, tiny bit of vanilla, and like a little bit of like vegan coffee creamer.
What about the protein? Have you figured out a good protein ice cream yet that you're like, I could have this all the time?
Mm-mm.
Okay. But the kind of protein ice cream you could have if you're like really hungry, perhaps, but not most of the time.
Not me.
Not in okay.
Guys, I don't like protein powder. I just don't like it. I made one that you like, but I can't do it. This giant jar of peanut butter.
That is a giant jar. Actually, we have not had a jar of peanut butter that big in this house for a while, but you found one that was like double the size, and you're like, yep, peanut butter is live.
Dry roasted peanuts, salt. And Teddy is also a local brand. Did you know that? They're made in Everett, Mass.
I know now.
This is the best peanut butter brand out there that is like an affordable price.
Yeah.
Some sauces, like pasta sauces. I showed you guys these in the store. If you like brahmi bean snacks in the little snack packs, this is the exact same thing, and they're so much cheaper.
Right. I mean, the snack packs are nice because you have them on hand for like whatever, but
Yeah,
it's
if
also
you're packing a lunch,
Yeah.
it's nice to have them in the little individual packs, but if you're just home, those are cheaper. Coffee. Got anything to say about the coffee?
I like espresso. Pretty much, I'm more of an espresso drinker these days than a regular old-fashioned cup of drip coffee.
So again, this is something I've eaten every single morning for a long time. And last time Giacomo came home from the grocery store, I was eating it and I was like, it tastes different.
You know,
Like it just tastes different to me. And it's got a different one. Today when I was at the store, I was like, oh, they did change the formula. It used to be 13 grams of protein and now it's 9. And it used to say Kashi Go Lean Crunch, and now it says something else. I don't know. They changed the formula. It's still all right. It's not as good as it was.
it looks like they're trying to get it to taste better because it says now with more cinnamon, and maybe people were complaining that it had too much protein in it and they didn't get a taste, but like, hello, protein.
It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Giacomo said, this was a pretty average week. So about $200 a week. We don't go out of our way to spend a ton of money on food. Like if there's a cheaper way to buy something, we will do it that way. But also food is not one of the areas in our life where we cut corners.
Also, we leave room to like pick something up on the fly that we're in the mood for. Like in other words, we have a local restaurant that always has takeout and grab and go stuff, Hummingbird Cafe. So if we want to grab something from them, we can because our refrigerator is whatever, we have room for it.
But I want to, just to give people an idea, what are your calories, what are your proteins right now?
Protein wise, I'd probably get in around 180 grams, carbs anywhere from 3 to 400 ish, and fat anywhere from say 40 to 60, give or take. Calories are typically anywhere between 25 to 3750. Believe it or not, they do
It's a big window.
that much because when I'm bulking, it's more dynamic. I don't worry about eating exactly, precisely tracking X amount of detailed gain, loss. It's like, no, like that's the way that I just do it now because I've been doing it long enough. But I am starting to work my way into a cut. So now I'm going to start getting more like that where I'm eating a set amount every day. but I haven't quite gotten
Okay,
there.
so that's a huge range. So let's say the average of that is like 3,250.
Sure.
I'm probably eating about 2,000 calories right now and about 130 grams of protein. So I just think that's good to get an idea. It's not like we eat like birds or like we eat a crazy amount. Like we kind of eat pretty middle of the road, but our protein is relatively high compared to most other folks that we know, certainly a lot of other vegans that we know. And a lot of people say, well, it's just so freaking expensive. It can be. There are ways we could have made this way more expensive, and there's also things we could have done to make it a lot cheaper. So this is kind of middle of the road. So, oh, the only other thing that is a staple right now that I didn't pull out are edamame puffs that you guys have seen me use in other recipe videos. I put that with my cereal. So it's cereal, puffs, berries, soy milk. That's breakfast.
One other thing that we're not having a chance to show you that I think is really helpful is I also have lentils that are pre-cooked. That way, in case we don't get a chance to make some fresh beans that are high in protein, we have those as backup, and then get those on Amazon. Yeah.
So anyway, do you guys have any questions for us? Anything like that? Are you super jealous that you yourself don't have a market basket? Because we always get those comments on these videos. Like, oh my God, it's so cheap there.
Prices.
Doesn't cost that in California. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't go shop at Whole Foods because it's expensive for you guys in California. Whole Foods is expensive here too.
Yeah.
But, you know, poke around because there are oftentimes... Sprouts is kind of pricey, but we don't have Sprouts. We don't have a Trader Joe's. The closest Whole Foods is a half an hour away. The only other chain that we have is Shaw's, which we go to occasionally for a couple things. But yeah, Market Basket. If you live in a state with a Market Basket and you are not shopping at Market Basket, like, what are you even doing? So anyway, that's it. If you're interested in learning how to create shopping lists in a way that you can build meal plans that work for your caloric goals, for your protein goals. We put out a new meal plan every single month in our Muscles by Brussels membership that has not only recipes for 7 of everything for the week, but also a shopping list for 7 of everything for the week, so that all you have to do is buy what's on the list, cook the recipes, and you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and dessert for the whole week. That is somewhere between 100 and 130 grams of protein every single week. So that's it. Hit us up, VeganProteins.com. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, all the things we're supposed to tell you to do at the end of a YouTube video, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.